All right, hello and welcome back to another episode of Division Therapy. I'm Bret,
I'm Liam.
and we are back with another episode. We are quickly into week one of the MLB season. Liam, how we feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm gonna hit him with a strong all right now. Losing to the Athletics is genuinely never fun. And especially as you texted me, spending your hard-earned money to watch us lose to the Athletics is significantly worse.
That's right.
Luckily,
First in
obviously,
game.
yeah, we turned it around today, but yeah, it was a little tough.
Yeah, I'm putting on a brave face right now because I am pissed about the Mets. The record says 3-3, but it feels so much worse. Losing a series to the Cardinals is just horrific, if we're being so honest. So,
Which is honestly kind of an insane statement just to think even a couple years back to think that, the Cardinals used to be a real force in the NL Central to now just the terrible organization that they've become. It
yeah,
is kind of crazy to think that losing to the Cardinals now is honestly, if not very similar to losing to the Athletics as well.
I'd rather lose to the Athletics than the Card. I mean, the Cardinals are actively trying to lose. They sold
Literally,
it.
literally trying to
They
lose.
got rid of every single contract. I mean, there are guys in the lineup that a casual baseball fan has never heard of, and
Yeah.
so just an embarrassing series. We'll get into it more, but yeah, not feeling great about it. But let's talk about the Phillies. Phillies
Okay.
are 3-3 right now. What
Yeah.
have you seen from them?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, obviously, they started that national series absolutely horrifically, losing 13-2 to the Washington Nationals
You
is
hate to
terrible.
see it. You really, I
Oh,
mean,
just so
the
bad.
worst.
Shout out to the former vet Taiwan Walker. He gave up 10 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those were earned. It was a tough day in the office for him, and I just love the fact that he was just left out to dry. He was like, you know what, buddy, you're taking every single one of these runs, and obviously he didn't because there was another six to speak of in that game. But yeah, kind of brutal to start. They did bounce back a little bit. Obviously, win the final two games to take the first series for themselves for the year. So obviously that was good to see from them. But man, I'm like, other than Kyle Schwarber hitting a home run today, it was
Yeah.
only it was only really a 3-2 win. I'm obviously shout out to Adolis Garcia for getting his first home run in a Phillies uniform, actually doing something good for the Phillies. But yeah, other than that,
Yeah,
it,
I
it's
mean,
not a series to be proud of.
no, it's not. It's not. And we kind of talked about it in the first episode of our NL East season preview of,
Yeah,
we were kind of low on the Phillies. Not kind of. We were low on the Phillies. And,
absolutely.
their pitching is their greatest asset. I really don't think their offense is all that great. And, we heard it here first with Taiwan Walker, but Christopher Sanchez, he was great his first game. And then Andrew Painter yesterday was awesome. We're recording this on Wednesday, April
Yep.
1st. Not an April Fool's prank. I
Nope.
actually liked what Andrew Painter did. All right, I'll say it. But
Hey, listen. I agree. I'm like, it was good. It was good to see. I will always be on the side of prospects coming up and doing well because at the end of the day, no matter my dislike for the Phillies, I care about the health of baseball. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so if prospects are coming up, if they're doing well, that's good for baseball.
listen,
You
I
know,
just don't know if I buy it though with Andrew Painter. He had a
what do you
great
mean? So what do
game.
you what do you mean? Why don't you buy it?
I mean, he's got really top prospect pedigree. Then he got injured, and now he's back. And it was his first start in MLB, and he had a great start: five and a third, 8 strikeouts, only one walk,
Yeah.
.94 WHIP. Like it all sounds great.
Yeah.
Last year in AAA, nearly 4 walks per nine. I
Yeah.
mean, that will not fly in the majors. And maybe he figured something out, and those walks are a problem of the past. But uh, I just don't know. I want to see it because I really like him as a prospect, but I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't
I'm
buy
like,
it.
listen, he has a crazy pitch mix, though. I'm like, we're looking at obviously, fastball for most pitchers these days, obviously fastball first in this case, but he also uses that slider a lot, but that curve looks to have, a lot of great movement as well. So I'm like, clearly he has a great, and he has that sweeper that he does not use that much, but I'm like, based on kind of what I'm looking at, definitely some pretty great movement from that as well. So I definitely think that he has a pretty good pitch mix, and so if he kind of figures out his potential control issues, I think that it could definitely work out in his favor. But
Yeah.
we talked about the Phillies, but I'm like, let's also do a quick recap of what we're looking at, as far as the Braves are concerned. I'm like, shout out Drake Baldwin. This is not me being a Braves homer. He is quite literally the best catcher in baseball right now. He
Whoa,
is. He
whoa.
is. Has 1100
That's an
OPS.
insane take.
Not an insane
Insane.
take. He literally has the best OPS and
Does
best.
Shane Langoliers just not exist?
He exists, but he's not the best catcher in baseball right now, and that's not a crazy thing to say.
That's
He has the best
crazy.
OPS plus in baseball right now, best WRC plus in baseball right now, and he is hitting the cover off the ball, and he is the Braves offense right now. I'm like, when you're looking at really good players that are considered the best player in baseball that might not be playing on
Is
the
he the
best
best
team.
player in baseball? Is that what you're
No,
trying to
no, no,
say here?
okay, no. I'm not trying to say he's the
We've gone
best
too
player in
far.
baseball. I'm just trying to say that obviously good players, especially on teams that are struggling, if they're the only offense to speak of, clearly they are doing something right. And Drake looks incredible to start the year and absolutely locked in.
Listen, I mean, he was great last year in like
Yeah.
kind of a weak rookie class. He won, no shade to him, but like kind of weak. We're seeing the rookies
So
this
are
year
we calling
already.
Cade Horton weak? I'm like, you're talking about all the Cade Horton fans
I'm
out
just
here
saying,
that were
listen,
acting like he was robbed.
listen, compared to the rookie class that it looks like we are getting this year,
Yeah,
it's
true, true,
it's
true, true,
it's
true,
you
true.
know
Yeah,
it's not as
absolutely.
good. And so,
Absolutely.
but Baldwin, yeah, Baldwin's a stud. I mean, like you said, he's kind of their offense right now. I don't think that'll remain to be the case. I think the Braves offense will totally wake up Matt Olson, Acuna, these guys that are just like so
Don't even say that guy's
consistent.
name right now. Oh my God. He is like, I'm concerned.
Which
Like, I
one?
know we're
Which
gonna
one?
we're gonna talk about like Acuna. Like, I'm concerned. Like, and this is every single Braves fan every single year with Acuna, but he looks late on the fastball. And the thing about the fastball is he's a fastball hitter. So
Right.
if he can't hit the fastball, he's like, that is really detrimental to.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. You
I don't
can't
know,
be
man.
too worried about him.
He was late on some fastballs when I was at that game, and people were. I'm like sitting around. People are anxious because the thing about it is like we want him to do well so badly.
Of
We
course.
we want him to get on base. We want him to produce because when Acuna is producing, we're winning baseball games, and it's just kind of tough, and it sucks because it feels like every Braves fan wants him to have that same passion like when he's playing for Venezuela. And we know, like any smart Braves fan is going to know that that's not going to be the case. And any Braves fan that
Right.
thinks that is going to be the case is lying to
It's
themselves.
delusional.
Is
Yeah.
exactly. But I would like at least 90% of that. Is that too much to ask? I want him to want to, I
Baseball
guess.
season's it's a long season. He'll
Yeah.
figure it out. I think he's still riding the high of that big win in the WBC. We got to talk
Let's
about the class of the NL East right now. The Miami Marlins. Right now, they're 5-1.
They're 5-1, and what we're looking at right now, Owen Casey or Owen Cassie. Is it Owen Cassie or Owen Casey?
Casey.
Casey. He looks incredible. I love this guy. He has an incredible lefty swing. He's pretty much the majority of the offense for the Marlins right now. Leads the NL East and is second in the whole National League in RBIs right now
Hmm.
to start the year. So he is doing a lot of super great work for the
I
Marlins.
was kind of surprised that the Cubs traded him for Edward Cabrera. I know Cabrera, has a lot of promising tools, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it was too good of a prospect to kind of
And
give up
I,
on,
I honestly
essentially.
think the Cubs are sitting there like, oh my God, we could have this on our team right now, like
Right.
this, like, and I'm very excited for the Marlins. The Marlins seem like a very exciting team. I I don't want to be a hater right now. I would usually be a
No,
hater, and
no.
like I want them to succeed. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
especially when it looks like our Cy Young this year is going to be Sandy Alcantara. What do you think about that?
I think there's a potential that the Cy Young's gonna be Chris Sale, baby. The Cy Young's gonna be Chris Sale.
I don't know.
I don't know
Sandy's
if you.
looked pretty good. Sandy's looked pretty good. 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, less than 100 pitches, 93. I mean, like, is
Absolutely.
he back? Is he
No,
back?
100%. 100%. I'm on the when Sandy Alcantara is good, healthy, and producing for the Miami Marlins, it is good for baseball. His pitches look great. Another great outing for him. And I'm very high on this Marlins team. I think that there is a world where they place third in this division this year. And
Wow, wow. Who's not getting third out of the big three? Who do you think gets bumped?
the Philadelphia Phillies, of
Of
course.
course.
And I don't think that's an overreaction right now. From what we saw, you can't say that the Phillies, quite literally, who I'm projecting playing the fifth place team. I think the Nats are gonna they play the Nats. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they could have done what the Marlins did to the Sox and the Rockies to the Nats,
right.
and they didn't. Instead, they lost 13-2. So I think that that's a very valid outlook right now as we look at these teams. Obviously, the Marlins, unfortunately, things get significantly more difficult for them moving forward. They do play the Yankees next up.
Oof.
I don't know if we know this. The Yankees are unfortunately slightly good at baseball.
They're the best rotation of baseball right now
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
I
So
I hate to
yeah,
say it as a Mets fan, it
yeah,
kills me. It kills me inside.
yeah. So
But
it's
they
I,
are
I
the
I
best
think
rotation in baseball.
yeah, they are the rest, and they got a pretty good lineup as well. So I'm curious. I'm excited about that series. I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
ready for it. Will they win a game? What do you think? What is the chance? What is the chance that the Marlins win a game against the Yankees in that series?
I'll
What are
put
we
it at I'll
looking
put
at?
it at like
Do they win the Yuri? Do they win with Yuri Perez?
it's tough to say.
Okay.
I'll go no, just because I don't think they're gonna push Yuri past like five. Like he's not going past 6 innings.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know, so I don't trust that bullpen. I don't trust their defense. Yankees can hit, so I'll go with a no. But it's possible. But hey, listen, after watching the Mets, they could be the team that finishes in third place right now. I mean, I am so disgusted with the effort that the Mets have put forth every single game except opening day. They looked
Yeah.
great opening day. 11 runs opening day. Everyone beat Skeens. Everyone was pumped. I was pumped. They have
Yeah.
scored 12 runs in 5 games since that day.
Yeah.
And the effort looks just awful. I don't
So
know.
talk to me about this effort. So what are you seeing here?
2 words. Francisco Lindor.
Oh my God. What did he do?
First inning today, doesn't remember how many outs there are. There's a ground ball to shortstop, easy double play. He thinks there's 2 outs. He lollygag, walks it over to second base. Freddie Peralta has to pitch another 5 pitches. And to his point, to Lindor's point, he owned up to it in media after the game because of course, like what else are you gonna do? Like
Yeah, what are you gonna say? Oh no,
And
you didn't
then-
like what I
And then this guy gets picked off of first right while Soto is batting. And guess what Soto does that at bat?
homers.
Homers. And what's the score of the final? What's the final score? 2-1.
2-1.
So that could have been a 2-run home run. Like it's just like, and of course you went 0 for 4 today. So that doesn't help. But him, I mean, I can't knock his effort, but Bichette looks awful.
Yeah.
Bichette looks really, really, really bad.
How many hits? How many hits does he have to start the year right now? What is he looking at?
Not many. Not many. It's like strikeout. Like nut the
Three.
ball. Yeah.
It's three. It's
Yeah.
three hits right now to start the year in 27 at bats. We're looking down the barrel of a 111 average and a 249
It's really
OPS.
rough. And, kind of like we were saying about Acuna earlier, like he's going to get it together. He's nearly a 300 batter his whole career. He's going to pick it up. Soto started off slow last year. We know how that turned out. I'm not saying he's Soto, but he's
not.
He's a baller. He's a baller.
Yeah.
Like he will figure it out. But I don't know. This guy might not figure it out. I hate to say it. James Wood. What's up with James Wood?
I don't know. I'm like I honestly think it's the same from what we talked about last time. He can't if he isn't at least making some sort of contact or having competitive at bats, you know what I mean? I'm like, he's going three and out a bunch, man. Like it's
It's
bad, and I don't know. Like he can't if he isn't gonna be patient at the plate and isn't gonna make adjustments. I don't really know what's going to happen. I would like to believe that he's gonna figure it out and kind of grow into it right now. But honestly, to be honest, I don't want to talk about James Wood.
okay,
I want
but
to talk about
before you get there, I don't think it's out of the question that James Wood gets sent down to AAA and
no
joins
way.
his
There's
buddy
no
Dylan
way.
Cruz.
There's no way. There's no
Why
way.
not?
Cruz and James Wood
Come
in
on.
AAA together?
If I'm a Nats fan, I would rather Wood figure out his swing in AAA for however months it takes, and then come back up and rake for the next 5 or 6 years than whatever he's giving now. I mean, the effort that he's giving now is like beyond awful.
Okay, well, I'm like, listen, before we go to that, I gotta take a look. I gotta see who's replacing James Wood. Like who's going out there on the daily replacing James Wood. I'm like, right now with what we're looking at, the outfield, we got Jacob Young. So Jacob Young is the only outfield bench bat right now. And then if we look a little bit further into AAA, as far as what we're looking at. Like some
It's
of these
not
guys,
great.
like
It's
Robert,
not great.
I'm like Robert Hassel the third. That's a crazy thing that we haven't seen him. That we
Yeah.
haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even know how he's done to start the year. You know what I mean? But yeah, like
I mean, listen, we're
there's
talking about the bad of the Nats. We should
Yeah.
give them their flowers real quick.
Joey Weimer, baby. It's Joey Weimer season. I love this guy. I guarantee you, if you go ask any even like just a normal baseball fan, maybe hardcores know Joey Weimer, they would not know who Joey Weimer was. He was picked up for nothing.
Former
this
fourth
offseason.
round draft pick of the Brewers. So it's not like this guy is a complete nobody.
Yeah, but people did not know who this guy was.
No.
And listen, let's be realistic. He's not the first nobody to have a super fast start, great start, and then just be forgotten the rest of the season. And obviously, I don't hope that for the Nationals. But then again, I feel like National fans can be realistic with themselves, being like, hey, this is a ton of fun. This is amazing. He's breaking MLB records. He has almost a 2,000 OPS. He got another hit today. I'm like, it's awesome. Like, it's fun. And
He's hitting cover off the ball right now.
Yeah, and he looks like a great hitter out there. So I honestly think the great thing about baseball is sometimes you're just in flow state. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the ball is just a beach ball. Right. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like you can do no wrong. You feel like the pitchers are just throwing it in there.
Probably how Drake Baldwin feels right now.
Similarly, yeah, exactly. So honestly, but Joey Weimer is even playing better than Drake Baldwin right now. You know what I mean?
Wow, can't believe you said that.
No, I'm willing to admit I love myself some Joey Weimer right now. It's awesome, and it's great for the NL East. I love that. I love that he's really producing for the Nats, and it wasn't because if it was just like one game, whatever. But like the fact that he broke that straight record, and it's awesome. So yeah. I'm happy. The Nats are gonna suck this year. They're gonna be terrible. I don't even think they're gonna win 70 games, let alone 65 games. So, but for the fun things for teams like this to have this, especially to start the year, it's going to sell tickets. It's going to sell jerseys.
Totally.
And
yeah,
it's going to be,
it'll be good for them. It'll be good for them. Get some excitement. It's not just the cherry blossoms in DC this year, this time of year. It's the Nationals too. And so, yeah, good for them. Good for Joey. It's time for a temperature check of our teams.
Yep.
And after today's game,
okay,
I'm gonna give it a 7 on the panic meter for the Mets right now. The sky is not falling. Okay, I don't believe it is falling, but it sure feels like it is. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of those fans that's like the season is over the first week of baseball, but it's feeling that way. 0 for 11 runners in scoring position today. 1 for 29 in the series. It's like unfathomable. Because you go out, you're David Stearns, you go out and you get two of the best clutch hitters from last year. You get Bichette and you get Simeon. These guys are known to be clutch all the time. You get Jorge Polanco, super clutch in the postseason last year. And then they get to the Mets, and it's like they're cursed, man. It's like when they signed the contract with the Mets, they have to also give part of them that says they can't hit with runners in scoring position. I don't know what happens.
Respectfully, this is music to my ears. I'm loving this. Keep it going. Keep it going,
like,
man. Keep that pity
so
party. Keep that
like,
pity party going, man.
At this
crazy.
point, it is an organizational problem. It doesn't matter who you bring in. It is bad. It is bad. This is the problem that we have every single year. Runners, I mean, they can never hit with it, like the you got me fired up right now. You got me fired up. But, dude, it's like they have a man on second, and they can't get the ball out of the infield. They're hitting, like, a ground ball to second, advances the runner to third, the next guy strikes out, and then he pops, and then it's just like... Oh man, it is a frustrating watch if you're a Mets fan right now.
I think 7's a little egregious. And listen, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm like, yesterday the Braves were 0-8 in runners in scoring position as well. So I definitely think our teams sometimes do struggle from the same bug. And listen, then again, that is also baseball. But
that's baseball season.
Yeah, there you go. But I think 7 might be a little harsh. I think the Mets got to grow into this season a little bit. I really do think that Bichette and Semien are going to figure it out. I think that you can't construct this lineup and then there's just so much invested in this team. And I genuinely, respectfully cannot imagine being a Mets fan because I can't imagine already being a Braves fan when we're not making moves. So when you are the team in baseball, you are the team in baseball that has the billion-dollar owner that tells all the other owners, spend like me, baby. And there is another
and they're trotting out Dickie Lovelady.
Exactly.
They're trotting out Dickie Lovelady in one-run tie games. Oh, I can't believe
so it's just I just can't imagine. And so the fact that you are getting the spending, you are getting these money moves, and the fact that it's seemingly the only team in all of baseball that truly spends all the money that has the success is the Dodgers. And you can put your tinfoil hat on and act like conspiracy theorists.
They sold their soul. They sold their soul to the devil.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you seem too calm for a guy whose team is has some issues, has some flaws. Give me your panic level.
I'm at a 6 right now, so right below you, 6-7. There you go. For all the people, we're definitely making that a clip.
For all the 10-year-olds that are
all the 10-year-olds watching this, 6-7. There you go. Listen, I don't know. I honestly think it's interesting for me this year because with how bad we were last year, you know what I mean? My expectations are significantly lower because let's be honest, we were the best team in the NL East for forever. Yeah. You know what I mean? We were just winning division title after division title, constantly making the playoffs. We finally got it in 2021. We were the best team in the NL East forever. And then it all fell apart. And we were really bad last year.
That kind of fell apart in 2024.
Yes. So obviously, yes, 24.
Mets kind of whipped them.
Oh, I'm not even gonna. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that. I still that Lindor double off the wall still haunts me to this freaking day. And the fact that y'all I will just never forget making the playoffs and being a little excited, but just realizing that the Mets just did not care. Y'all did not care. Y'all let us win that game. I will forever stand on that pedestal that y'all let us win that game. You were just like, you know what, whatever.
Little brother. Totally little brother.
No. Yeah. And we're the one who's recently won the World Series. We have more division titles overall.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, don't even get me. No.
That is true.
Okay. But yes, I honestly think what we're looking at right now, the Austin Riley looks brutal. Ronald looks brutal. Michael is once again just swinging at ghosts. I don't know what he's doing up there. He does it every single year. We feel like he's finally making a change. He's finally learning how to be patient at the plate. Yeah. And then, I sometimes feel like pitchers can throw the ball straight at his face and he's still going to swing at it. And it is Like, he is one of the most impatient people. I feel like when he's standing at the line at a freaking coffee shop and the barista isn't making it fast enough, he's
He
screaming,
gets back behind there and he does it himself.
it's like, I just don't get it, man. He is so impatient at the plate and it drives me nuts. And I don't understand it because then you have the likes of Drake Baldwin. Like, Mauricio Dubon is having better at bats right now. And he has like 5 hits for us. Like, he has had a great start to the year, stellar defense out there. You know what I mean? And it is just like, he is so good in the field. He is a top 3 defensive center fielder in baseball. And he, like, the fact that he just consistently just swings at awful I just don't get it.
Yeah,
and
he's got to work on his plate discipline.
I want to blame Tim Hires. I want to blame but at some point you are a professional. You are not the rookie anymore. You are the guy that needs to make, and we have a history.
Is he a veteran in that clubhouse? This is what, 4th year?
Sorta. I'm like, obviously there's Austin Riley and Matt Olson. By the way, Austin Riley and Matt Olson run that clubhouse. Like, yes. let's be for real.
They're the Freddie Freeman adjacents.
Yeah. Yes, very much. Like, it's very clear that kind of Matt Olson runs the expectation. Because listen, if you're a guy that has played 600 plus straight baseball games. Yeah. I am looking straight at you.
I'm listening to you. Whatever you say is gospel to me. Yeah.
Exactly. So 100%. I love Matt Olson. Unfortunately, he's had kind of a tough start to the year. It's not been super great. I'm like, Matt always turns it around. I have no worries about Matt Olson. Matt Olson's going to be great, as he always is. He's going to hit 30 to 40 bombs. He's going to have 100 RBIs. I have no worries about Matt Olson, so it's fine. But I honestly think that us not making that move and trotting Jose Suarez out there, it was brutal, man. Being at that game, he could not throw strikes, and when he's throwing strikes, it just was not competitive whatsoever. And what's so wild to me is we had Martin Perez in the bullpen, a real veteran guy, clearly a guy that is going to be a potential good presence. I don't really know overarchingly, throughout the year if he's going to go back to AAA but he came in for another great 4 innings of relief. And it's just like, I don't know where we're looking at. And I would be interested to talk to a starting pitcher and be like, hey, like, when you're coming in for a relief situation like that, is the pressure less? You know what I mean?
Let's call him out. If there are any starting pitchers listening, there are any brave starting pitchers listening specifically,
come on the podcast.
Talk to us about it. Reach out to us. We're curious. I mean,
hey, Spencer, you hurt the oblique again. You got time, buddy. Come on. Let's talk to you. Let me see where you're at. But yeah, I honestly, Martin Perez should have started. You know what I mean? He should have started. And yes, hindsight is 2020. And listen, he could have honestly, he has a very similar pitch mix to Jose Suarez. So he honestly could have done exactly what Jose Suarez did, but he's the more veteran guy. He should have started. And once again, are we looking at the same Brian Snitker, Walt Weiss formula here of mismanaging pitchers when they don't know what they're doing?
I think that's just a manager thing, because Carlos Mendoza does the same thing.
Okay, great. Okay, so they all
how are you not seeing that? Like, this guy clearly does not have it. Like, get somebody else up. Save your bullets. But like, dude, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
And I honestly think that, like, and obviously I don't want to take anything away from Didier Fuentes, who did the 4 innings of relief in the first, and then Martin Perez. But I honestly feel like when you do bring starters out in that situation, having them go the last 4 innings, having them get, sometimes it is luck. You know what I mean? Sometimes sometimes you do get lucky and you do get those 4 innings out of them, and it's like, dope, save the bullpen.
Especially depending on the score of the game. Like, the other team could be checked out by that point. The manager is kind of playing passive, one way or the other. So yeah, totally. I agree with you. It's frustrating to watch baseball as a diehard fan. Seeing your manager kind of just manage on his back heels instead of being, I don't know. I always like an over-eager manager. I like a guy that's going to yank him before he's going to lose it.
Yeah. Speaking of managers, though, something that I want to quickly talk about the National League, Tony Vitello. Or Vitello. How do you say his last name?
Tony Vitello, yeah.
Apparently, according to reports, has already completely lost the clubhouse.
It's weird vibes in there. It's weird vibes.
Yeah, dudes do not trust him.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them, man.
Yeah.
He was a college coach, and baseball is one of those things where it is completely different from college to pro.
Hmm.
Like, there is a reason why in our sport, kids can go straight from high school and sometimes within a year or two go play pro ball.
Right.
There's a reason why we're not the NFL. There's a reason why we're not and NHL is honestly kind of similar in a way where
Hmm.
kids 18, 19 can go play. But like the NBA is also like one of those sports where it's like you got to go play college. And yes, obviously it can be a benefit for kids to go play college and obviously develop their skills. But then again, there are so many prep players that we can talk about, just list them off that have had
Yeah, I
success.
mean,
You know what I mean? So
could have been
it,
that just Posey wanted like a puppet,
yeah,
essentially, is
I
my
don't know, man.
guess.
It looks bad. It looks bad in San Francisco. I think that it is gonna, from what I'm seeing right now, and this is my crazy overreaction. If you're looking for it,
Yeah,
it's a
please.
one. It's a 1 year. It's a 1 year. He's fired after 1 year in San Fran. I do not think the players
Does he
trust
get
him.
fired during the year?
No, I think he gets 1 year.
He
I
gets the
think
year. He
Buster.
gets the year.
I don't think Buster Posey wants to admit his mistake,
Sure.
and I think he gets 1 year. But I think Buster Posey realizes at the end of the year this was
He
a
screwed up.
mistake.
He screwed
We
up.
need we need to
Yeah.
get a veteran guy in here. This because like if you're looking at Tony Fidella and you're like Bruce Pochy was my former manager here in San Francisco. You know what I mean?
Love Bruce
It's
Bochy. Yeah.
yeah like it's like you're looking at that like a Hall of Fame manager. He's going to be a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. And you're looking at yourself and it's like, yes, I won a national championship with the University of Tennessee, but that's not the same as playing Major League
Yeah.
Baseball.
That's nothing
Respect,
to some of these guys. Like these guys
like, they
don't
don't
care.
care.
They
They
don't
don't
care.
care. They don't care. Like
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
It's weird vibes in San Francisco. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
That's for
Absolutely.
sure.
Okay. So now we're looking at the player of the week. Like who are you looking at? Yes, y'all went 3-3. I know you're frustrated, but there's some performers, who you looking at is like, okay, I'm still excited.
The clear one and the only one that should be on the top of Mets fans' tongue is Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Total 180 from last year, where he started off the year so slow, getting acclimated to New York. He looks more comfortable. He's taken Luis Robert under his wing in New York. He switched. I don't know if you heard about this, but Will Salmon of The Athletic wrote about Soto switching his locker so that he's right next to Luis Robert to make him feel more comfortable. So already showing like that veteran leadership
I
in
love
the
that.
clubhouse, which you love
That's
to
great.
see. And then
Yeah.
it's the same thing on the field. It's translating to on the field. It's 952 OPS. He hit his first home run today. Should have been another RBI. He only has 5. Should have had 6. But thank you, Francisco Lindor, for getting picked off. Still not over it, clearly. But
Yeah.
he's the only guy. I mean, he's the only one that supplied any offense today. So it has to be him, and he's just had a great start to the year.
Yeah. I'm like, obviously, I 100% agree. I think that that's a great contract. I was very happy for you when y'all got Juan Soto.
It was
I
our World
still,
Series.
yeah, honestly. And listen, he's gonna be great
Hmm.
in Queens for years to come. He's had a good start, and I honestly think the great thing about Juan Soto is that no matter what, you can be confident that he's gonna be consistent throughout the year and get on base. And in many ways, if you have that, that's what matters. Going to
Totally.
my player of the week. I already kind of talked about Drake
Kind,
Baldwin.
kind of buried the lead.
Yeah, kind of buried the lead. So it's got to be Chris Sale. Just like, yes, one start. It's difficult to say player of the week for just one start, but he is not only the resounding ace in the Braves rotation, but I personally believe, and I don't care if people say I'm biased, the best pitcher in the National League East. He is crazy. And I don't know if you saw this today, but apparently he was throwing up for hours before the start today. Apparently today was a flu game. I don't know if that's just
Dude,
Weiss kind
baseball
of.
players are weird, man. They are
Yeah,
weird
they are
specimens.
weird dudes, and Chris Sale is one of the weirdest, and one of the most
Not
intimidating guys.
quite Zach Greinke level, but
Yeah,
he might
yeah,
be up
exactly.
there.
Well,
He
yeah,
might be up there.
Zach Greinke is in a league of his own.
Yeah.
Baseball reference right
Yeah.
there. But yeah, no, I love Chris Sale. I'm so excited. I'm just so grateful that we have a Hall of Fame pitcher in our midst who is continuing and is clearly not done yet. And I think that we still get a year, maybe 2 more years from Chris Sale. He looks fantastic. And as long as he can stay healthy, I think that he is right now looking at a potential front runner for the NL Cy Young right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, Skeens looked good today. They didn't let him go more than 5 innings, but he looked good. He looked fine actually. Let's call a spade a spade. He looked fine. So the NL Cy Young is wide open. I know we're only a week into the season, but it could really be any of the top 10 pitchers in baseball. How are you feeling about this series against the D-backs coming up?
Yeah. I'm like, listen, I think that the D-backs have honestly kind of been a team that we've beaten up on historically. We have been really good when we go to Tempe and play against the D-backs. You know what I mean? Because honestly, what a lot of people don't realize is that Arizona is Braves country. You know, a lot of
Hmm.
people don't get that there are a lot of Braves fans in the crowd, and every single time the Braves go there, they just talk
54
about
and
the fact that they're
42 against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. 54 wins, 42 losses. That's pretty good.
yes. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm like, obviously, I was actually honestly expecting that it might be a little bit more, but recently, if anything, recently,
Yeah.
the last couple years, it has been really good. So I think we take the series. I'm like, so I think we go 2-1. I think Reynaldo has a great start, and I think Grant has a potential start. But I honestly think the two games that we win are Reynaldo and Bryce Elder. Listen, I have been really difficult on Bryce Elder in the last couple years, and honestly, I need to stop hating, man. I need to admit when I've been wrong because I think that and it's just one start, but I think that if Bryce Elder goes out there and is consistent and is hitting his spots, yes, he is getting those ground balls. And obviously, he trained in the offseason. He went to go visit Greg Maddux in the offseason, and he learned a new cutter grip. So they were showing it on the broadcast on Braves Vision.
Greg Maddux is kind of good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of good. You know, he played for a couple teams. You know, won a couple Cy Youngs. You know, World Series, right?
Kind of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, knows what he's talking about, and he had a pretty good cutter as well. So hitters would say that it just felt like it was a boomerang, you know, coming in at them. You know what I mean? And so he worked with, and it's like kind of like the way it is, like it's like this finger coming up a little bit more off of the cutter to, you know, really have that kind of arm movement and wrist movement that you're seeing. Like apparently it's a lot better. So I think honestly that's the games we win, and I think Grant his off speed is kind of difficult, so I think that's the game we lose. And so I think we go 2-1 in Arizona.
Yeah, I don't
excuse
know.
me. No, sorry. Excuse me. No, because we're playing 4 games. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm gonna say 2-2.
Go
I think we
2-2,
go
yeah,
2.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
Safe,
2-2.
safe
I think
bet.
that's safe. As safe. I'm gonna go 2-2. Yeah.
Mets got 4 at San Francisco. We kind of talked about their team
Yeah.
a little bit already.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're kind of. It could go. It could literally go. They could go.
No, I
0-4,
literally think
they
they're
could
gonna
go
win. I think they're gonna
4-0,
win this
like,
series. I think they're
I
gonna
don't
win this
know.
series.
It's gonna. I mean, 3-1 would be great. I said at the beginning of the week in our last episode that I wanted 6-1, but I thought they'd go 5-2, and they're already 1-2. So they got to win out to make my prediction come true. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if the offense could wake up in San Francisco going against, as we said, a manager who is very inexperienced. I'll be able to see firsthand, how he manages or the lack of managing. So I'm excited to see that. And yeah, that's gonna be all for us today. And we want to thank you guys for listening. You know, let us know if there's things that you want to hear. We would love to hear your guys' thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with y'all on Monday recapping these two series against the Giants and against the D-backs. Hopefully we're going to beat up on the NL West and show them what, you know, being from the East is all about. And please follow us Instagram, TikTok, listen on Spotify, listen on YouTube, and go follow us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. This has been Division Therapy. Peace.
Peace.